Did everybody, what happened? Okay. Did everybody, nope. Okay.
You can explain. Just think everybody got kicked off.
Okay. So see everyone who got kicked off. Continue. Okay. All right. Apologize for a little technical glitch right there. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show how to iPhone get your apps if you have not already gotten your apps. Let's see. All right, awesome. Can everybody see that? Hopefully you can give a thumbs up in videos so I know. Okay, awesome. Now, for those who have, this is my IML category, so to speak. And so for those who are new, if you have not gotten the iMarkets Live app yet, you can go to your, oops, that is not where you need to go. For Android, it's Google Play. And for, okay, cool. For Android, it's Google Play. For iPhone, it's the App Store. So you're gonna go to search, iMarkets Live. And there it is. That is our new emblem and symbol for the company. So depending on which phone you have, whether it's the iPhone or Android phone, you want to go to your app store and type in iMarkets Live. Also, there's swipe trades as well. So you can get iMarkets Live and swipe trades if the swipe trades comes underneath iMarkets Live when you look. For the iPhone, it does. And then iMarkets Live TV also, because remember, this is your investment. This is what you're paying for. So you want to go ahead and download these apps so that you can be prepared to be successful. The next app is your MetaTrader 4. If you're new and you have not gotten your MetaTrader 4 yet, again, you go to your app store and you go ahead and type in try not to put the spelling, MetaTrader 4. And there it is, right there, the very first one. So you want to make sure you download the MetaTrader 4 app. Now there's this new app they just came out with called Daily Mastermind. I'm really excited about this. I just got on this and I think I saw it by accident because I was looking at one of the morning motivational videos from Brandon Boyd. And I saw Daily Mastermind, and I said, "Oh, let me go." And I saw that I saw the words for it. He wasn't really talking about it, so then I just went to my app store. Which you can go to your app store, type in Daily Mastermind, and you should see this app. It's got quotes, 365-day quotes. These are quotes that will help you, will motivate you. So all you do is go to quote for the day, and voila, quote. Recent quotes, and there it is. To get, give, Bob Ruth. That is the quote of today. Then also, it's got events. I have not yet seen, because I just started looking in this app, I haven't yet seen if they show out of the country events. But as far as I see right now, it's all United States. But I would keep looking just in case. And then motivation, Brandon Boyd does motivational videos. So if you miss it, so there's different people who do motivational videos, but if you miss it, then it's on the app. And they do it on Facebook. But if you don't have a Facebook or you don't go on social media that often on Facebook, then you can use this app and go ahead and see the playback of that motivation, because this is information that is being given from people who are in the position of where we want to be, who have the success, who have the money, but they're continuing to go further and deeper into success. These are the people that you want to listen to, because they have the blueprint to the success. So that's motivation. Then you have resources, affirmations, And I haven't really gone through all of it, but I've looked at things that I know that stand out to me, which is audiobooks, things that we need to get. This involves personal development. And Think and Grow Rich is definitely one of those books that you want to read or at least listen to, because it starts in the mind. Success starts in the mind, and we have to know that. We have to believe it, and we have to listen and read those things that we need that will help us to get to the success that we should be seeing in our mind. So that's a little bit about the Daily Mastermind app. So you want to make sure you include that. I have that separate from IML so I can see this one exactly every single day. Now in the IML also for MetaTrader 4, when you open up your MetaTrader 4, up at the top, there's the plus sign for those who just, I'm sorry, that's not where I meant to go settings. So there's the settings for those who need to go through the MetaTrader 4 because you have not opened up your MetaTrader 4 yet, which you should have. But if you have not gotten up to that point yet, especially if you're new, then I can help you, Dr. Cuz help you, Response can help you, walk you through how to get your demo in your live account based off the broker that you have. It'll be the same process, whether it's an Android phone or whether it's an iPhone. The screen may just look a little different, but it's the same process. And you would hit the plus sign, log into an existing account. And that's when you enter company or your server name. Depending on what broker you chose, that will be the person that you, the company that you would put in. And based off what that company sent you in your back office, in your email, then that's the information that you would put in, which of course we can cover that more in detail at a later time. So that's a little bit about the MetaTrader 4. Next thing that I want to show you guys is, let me stop this for a moment, the back office. Get back on Zoom. For your back office, I'm gonna go ahead and share this. I don't know about you guys, but I really love the way the back office looks right now. It may be a little frustrating at first to understand it, but there is a video out about navigating through your back office. That's not where I want to go. Here it is. All right. So when you go through your back office, which I'm sharing right now, you should be able to see. Okay. If you see it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, please, so I make sure you guys can see it. Okay, awesome. So in their back office, to get to IML Academy, because remember, their education is very, very key. You have to have this education in order to understand what's going on, to understand what you're doing, what you've invested into. So IML Forex Academy is the third tab down, and this is where you're going to have your IML Academy. I don't know about y'all, but I'm just excited looking at this back office. It looks just so professional and so updated. It's crazy. So you're going to go through basics 1 through 4. This is your foundation. This is where you want to stay. This is your home. This is where you start to understand what it is that you have invested into, the history of Forex, the market participants, what is Forex, what is traded in the Forex market. Because if you're anything like how I was, being a novice and not knowing anything about Forex, even though it's been around forever, then this is what you need so you can understand what you're embarking onto. So you want to stay in basics 1 through 4 for the first, basics 1 through 4 for the first 30, 45 days. You want to submerge yourself into this information, because once you become a part of the C's group, well, you can't become part of the Signals group unless you've gone through basics 1 through 4, so that we know that you were actually involved in the education, that you're actually getting that information and education that IML Academy has. Because there's language that we speak in the Signals group that you won't be able to understand unless you've gone through IML Academy basics. 1 through 4. And then after 1 through 4, then you want to go into your intermediate training videos. Then after that, once you get saturated in that, in the intermediate, you go to your advanced. And then after the advanced, you go to mindset. And then after mindset, you go back to basics 1 through 4. Because you want to make sure that you have this information. Sometimes you're going to forget, which is normal. So just the basics, always go back to the basics. It's something that we have to remember. Just go back to the basics. And so IML Academy is what you have invested in. It's what you should spend an hour to, or 30 minutes to an hour every day, or for 5 days, however, whatever your schedule is like, you should spend that much time, commit to that time to get the education that you need so that you're investing in your success. And without this education, you will not be successful. The education, you get the education, you apply the education, and then you watch your success and you give yourself time to succeed, okay? So third tab down, IML Forex Academy. This is your back office. I would say, I would really suggest play with it. Play with your back office. Once you start with your Forex Academy, play with your back office so you know where everything is. So you know where to go. Then, I think we're having a little problem with the chat. I'm only seeing, hold on. Okay. Also, what they just rolled out is the IML Gold Cup. Okay, thank you guys for your thumbs up. The IML Gold Cup, where you have your teacup and you have your Gold Rush. Now, in order to get to the IML Gold Cup, if you have not already, jot this URL down, imlgoldcup.com, so you have that. And you use your regular login that you would use for your back office. Then you would pick the teacup where you view the patterns, or you pick the Gold Rush and you view the patterns, whichever you prefer. Move this out the way. And then you'll be able to get the notifications while you're on there as well. What'd you say? 1 hour? Okay. There we go. Here's the different pairs. It tells you how many days ago it was. And it tells you up here at the top what each color teacup means: future, pending, teacup already triggered, entry point for the sell. So it's pretty basic in how to understand it. But again, you have to make sure that you have been in your IML Academy so that you can understand what you're seeing, because this is almost an exact replica without the teacup of tradingview.com. And I have the distinct pleasure to be able to introduce our trainer today, who's a phenomenal trader, who has definitely been learning this industry, has definitely been learning the charts, who will be able to show us his strategy and how using the teacup, using Gold Rush, how it's all been helping him become successful. If anyone has any questions about, okay, if anyone has any questions about the apps, again, where to go, you want to make sure that you go to, if you're Android, it's Google Play. If you are an iPhone or iOS user, it is your app store. iMarkets Live, the Daily Mastermind, the Swipe Trades, the IML TV, and your MetaTrader 4. You will find all of those in your app store. And later on, if you have not yet, if you're new and you haven't yet gotten your broker, you definitely want to get in touch with your sponsor. We can always help in how to download and how to find your broker, and how to put it into your MetaTrader 4. Because there's different ways you can do MetaTrader 4 on your desktop, or you can do MetaTrader 4 on your phone, or you can do MetaTrader 4 on your device. And we are available to help you do all three if you want it on all three of your devices, if you have all three devices. But whichever device you want to trade on, then we can show you how to do that. Where can I click, please, for IML Gold Cup? You want to go to, I will put the URL in the group chat. I don't know. Everything is, how come I can't see everyone? Hold on. It's the chat. Okay, never mind. I got it now. So those who were chatting, sending messages, and it was only going to Dr. Kelsey, I put it on to where it goes to everyone. I don't know why it was set that way, but it was that way. So now you can all chat. Everybody can see questions and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and put the URL for the Gold Cup into the group chat so everyone can have that. Okay. Now, while I put that in the group chat, I'm going to go ahead and bring up our guest speaker, who is going to definitely be phenomenal in how he's going to show us his strategy. So you definitely want to make sure you have pen and paper ready to take down his strategy and what he's doing, because he's been in this for almost a year and he has been learning. He's been saturating himself in the education. And so he has really been seeing some success from this trading. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up our guest, Jacob Timms, and he can go ahead and take it away. Jacob, if you are on, I'm going to go ahead and make you the host, and so you can go ahead and do your thing. All righty. Go ahead and unmute yourself, and then you should be able to
hear me.
There you go. You're unmuted. Go ahead and take it away, sir.
All right. Hope everybody can hear me okay. If you can, just give me a thumbs up. Perfect. Just want to thank Dr. Kelsey for allowing me to be on this Zoom call to share the information that I am learning. I'm grateful to be part of the IML family. When I first became part of the team, I had a big head, thought that I could do it on my own, stumbled into a good trade, made a good little amount of money. But also there comes those haps to where everything just falls the wrong way. So education is first and foremost. If you're not on IML, on IML, because you're going to learn a lot of things. When I first joined, it was all about money. I had to go back to the basics and realize, no, it's not about the money, it's about the tips. So what I have done, now that I am part of IML, they have come out with Teacup. And I have been using the Teacup strategy. As you can see, it's up. I have it on the 4-hour for the USD CAD. Of course, the market isn't open right now, so we're just going off of what we see as far as the charts. Now, what I see, so what I do is when I see this chart and it's not active, I basically look at the ranges where your entry point is, your stop loss, your take profits. Of course, this one has take profit 1 and take profit 2. So on MetaTrader 4, it looks different than this, and you can't actually draw the chart out. What happened is that when I first joined, I stumbled into that trade and I made X amount of dollars, and I thought I was doing it all, doing great. All of a sudden, I thought I could do it, I lost. And then at that point, I'm thinking, well, maybe this isn't for me. That's not the mindset to have. Your biggest thing is to demo. If you're not demoing, you're not getting on IML, then what's going to happen is you're going to lose a lot. So over time, there is a lot of tools out there that I wasn't aware of. So I got with my upline and started asking questions, because the more questions you ask, the better off you are. This, you can see my screen, is going to be my chart for USD CAD. Even though the market isn't open, this is on Trading View. So USD CAD on the teacup. I have entered it, and I studied the chart. And as you can see, this is called the trading view. This also will let you know what's going on in the news, because the news can affect the market as well. Biggest thing is know that you're always a student. You're always going to have to learn something new, and get with someone that is part of the team that will be willing to help you. If you haven't gotten to IML yet, please do. That's the biggest thing that you can do. And this is my 4-hour chart. I'm waiting for the market to open up at 5 o'clock, even though it's a different time zone than USD CAD. But this is what I want you guys to be able to do as well. So instead of just sitting there waiting for someone to send you a swipe trade alert, or it's being put in the seed group, whichever way it is being presented to you, what you need to do is be able to do the legwork yourself and understand how the market is working, how the charts are going, where the market is going at, where it's coming from. You can do it on 1 hour, you can do it on a 4 hour, you can even do it on 1 month. 1 month, of course, that would be 1 month. That's just letting you know. So you can see the different aspects. I have gotten down to the point where sometimes I even do 1 year. You can see on the yearly chart that I have drawn out on USD CAD. And this is what's helping me be successful in my trading, to know where the market is going. And this is the biggest thing that you should do. Always self-educate yourself. Have questions for those that have been in there before you, because it's just going to make you better. And I thank Dr. Kelsey and Dominique for allowing me to get on this Zoom today and share this, because we all want to be successful and we all want to help one another. And another big thing is excuse me.
Today's press conference in Helsinki was one of the most fruitful performances by the President in memory. Last Republican Senator and former presidential candidate Donald Training.
Okay.
Appreciate that what there is not.
Okay, can you still hear me? Okay, can anybody still hear me there? We got some background noise. Sorry about that. I don't know if anybody can still hear me there. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So this is on the yearly chart here for USD CAD. And this is just going to give me those areas of resistance and all that. And if you don't know what those words are, then you haven't been on IML, and you should really get on IML, because this is going to help you secure your future. I've been with Tire Kingdom for 10 years, and if I can put 10 years into a corporation, I can put 10 years into myself to be able to learn a new skill, a new trade that has been here before we have. This is stuff that's been around before any of us and before any of our grandparents. We just didn't know about it because they didn't want to share this type of stuff with us. So this is just something that I would like to share with you guys. If you have any questions on anything that you have seen that I have up, you can always message me or through the C group chat, and I do the best that I can to answer those questions. But use all the tools that's out there for you, and you'll become successful. And once again, just thanks to Dominique and Dr. Kelsey for allowing me to be able to share this with you guys.
Awesome. I would say, everybody give a round of applause. That was good. That was really good. So yeah, like he was saying, if you have any questions or anything, because he's one of our top traders in our group, and he's been very successful, go ahead and shoot him a message in WhatsApp. And like he said, he's available to help. So we appreciate you, Jacob, for jumping on. If you could go ahead and make me the host again. Well, actually, go ahead and make Dr. Kelsey the host again, because I believe that he is on fire based off what you were saying, and he is ready to go ahead and tell us about how to become even a more successful trader. So Dr. Kelsey, are you back here with us, sir?
I'm on. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Wow, guys. This is phenomenal. I'm going to switch it around. I was going to give you the 3 principles first, but since that is so relevant and it's on your mind right now, what you've seen, I'm just going to go ahead and piggyback on what Jacob was talking about. So make sure you have your camera, you snap your pictures and take your notes and everything, because he talked about what you saw on here is one of the main things that Stevenson Linder talked about, my mentor, is that you must know where the market's going. Everybody wants to trade. Everybody wants to get in. You know what? I think it's the nature of the beast. It's not even just Forex. Being in the industry for 19 years, I could probably say I've almost heard it all and seen it all. The one thing that I know all the time, that when people get a part of an opportunity, come be a part of an opportunity, they want to make money. They don't want to learn. They hear you, but then again, they don't hear you. They want to make money. And then if, like Jacob said, if they don't have no success in 2 days, they're done with it. It don't work. Trust me, he said 10 years working for a corporation, 10 years. And his dreams or goals are still before him. And he's already made a decision in his mind that if it takes 10 years to learn this skill, he knows that he'll be far more greater, in success than it would be 10 years working for somebody else. So once you get that out of the way, see, you've got to get that out of the way. You can't. Sorry about that. Sorry, I have to call you back. He's already made it in his mind that I'm in it to win, guys, and I don't care how long the process is. Because see, if it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be, it's up to you. And you've got to learn that, you got to understand that it's going to take your process of learning this new skill. Any opportunity that you come in, you start a job, they take you through the employee handbook. Look, they teach you and train you. They give you 90 days before they decide if they're going to keep you. Okay? And if you are not adding up to what they thought you should be in 90 days, they get rid of you. Well, in the profession, if you're the CEO, the only one that can get rid of you is you. And so just because you should know, well, I haven't learned everything yet, so I'm not having the success that I want to have. I need to make sure that I get in there and I start learning. So, am I the host? All right. So let me go ahead and share. Let me just keep sharing, the screen. Let me get in here, and because, Stevenson Linder said you must know where the market is going. So this is why he said, I'm going to go back and see where the market has been going, a year ago, a week ago, a month ago. And you know what all of those particular buttons are on your MT4 or on your trading view, where you can look at the market. You can look at the market based off on where it's going. Knowing the trend, that's real important. Knowing the trend, because they teach you that in the basics, that the trend is your friend. So the first thing you got to make sure you do is trade with the what? The trend. Now, you can trade on retests, and once you learn that a little bit more in technical analysis, understanding what a retest is, then yeah. But also the trend will be your friend. Okay, that's a main thing that you want to realize, that in that particular picture that he was showing you, knowing the trend of the market, knowing which way the trend is going. And I thought I had my picture in here. Can you find my picture of the trend? A couple of pictures of the trend, and then just send it to my iPhone. So once you figure out where the trend is going, okay? Once you find out where the trend is going, yeah, where is it? Because I don't see it. Pull that up for me. All right, once you know where the trend is going, thank you, then you've got an idea, or if the market is going with in the way that you believe that you see the market is going. As you see that the trend is going down, then you know you're in a downtrend. Okay, I've got a slide up here right now where you can see, even though the market goes down, it goes which way? Up. And then it goes what? Down again. And then what happens? It goes up. It's called small pullbacks, in the market. Okay, expect when you're going in the uptrend, it goes up, and then what happens? It pulls back, and then what happens? It goes up. An inexperienced trader would see the market pulling back on them, and they'll get scared because they have not understood the 3 principles of becoming a successful trader. They have not understood the 3 things that the market only does. They don't know that yet, okay? And so then once it pulls back, it goes up. And then when it goes up more, it does what? It pulls back before it what? Goes back up. So you must know what trend you in. Make sense? The second thing that happens in a trend is that you can see a little bit more in detail when you start to click on the smaller time charts, that there are things happening inside of it, and more skillful traders, all right, are even trading inside a trend. Okay, as you can see right here, you have your, where I would like to say the green candles, your impulse that leads up to number 1. And then there is a pullback. And then there's a continuation to number 3. And then there's a what? Pullback. Well, another word for pullback is flag, and we're going to get into that. So again, you must find the channel and learn what's happening inside the channel of your trend. Okay, but it's sometimes it's consolidation when the market's going sideways. Okay, and so here's another. This is like the Elliott wave here, where you have five different changes that happen inside of the market. Starting at the bottom, right here. Okay, we have our pull up. Let me make a bigger market, bigger pen here. And then we have our small pullback. And then we have a continuation up. So if you was to count them, you have 1, 2, which they say this is a higher low. And then you have a 3, right? And then you have small pullback here, 4, right? And then 5. And then after the 5th wave, there's always a what? Reversal. So knowing the trend of the market is real key. When you see it pull back or creates a pullback, you do not get nervous because you understand where the market is going. Okay? The next slide, please. Inside the market, we go to a smaller time frame, and there's more things happening inside of that particular trend. Okay, as you can see, now this is where we're going to talk a little bit about how to enter the market or get better entries inside of, what trend we're in. But again, I tell you, inside the market or any trend, there is an impulse, there's a correction or a pullback, and then a continuation. As you can see here, when you look at this particular area right here, okay, the market impulse down and then it corrected, and then the goal is to see it come back down. This is what's happening. So the idea that I'm talking about is to learn structure, get good at learning structure and seeing patterns. Because anytime you want to kind of get an idea where the market is going, look left. Look left and find the same pattern. Look, this was created by man. This has not been created by some divine, idea or, that nobody understands what's happening. No, if it was created by man, it said what it's doing is probably done it before. So anytime that you wanted to kind of get an idea where the market could go, look left and find the same pattern. That's a key. That's key. Write that down. Anytime I want to know where the market is going, look left and look for the what? Same pattern. You got to get good at two things: knowing structure, okay, and then seeing patterns. Patterns. This is going to help you with your entries, stop losses, and take profits, okay? Next slide, please. As you can see here, this is called what? Do anybody know what this is called? Do anybody know what this is? What is this? What is happening in here? What is that called? Okay. I want you to write this down. Anytime you see this what? Pattern. Pattern. It does not matter what pair it is. It does not matter what pair it is. I'm not yelling. I'm just excited. Because when I saw this, I was like, dang, that's right. Look at it. What is that telling you? What is that telling you? It's saying sooner or later, what's going to happen? It's going to come down. So this is called let me just write it. Ascending channel. Ascending channel. Ascending means it's going up. Anytime you see a pattern that just creeps up like that, you can mark it out. Doesn't matter what hour time frame it's on. Okay? What that tells you is that the market is soon to reverse. That's what you should put that in your nuggets. Can y'all still hear me? I had to plug in my charger on here. Can you still hear me? Okay, great. And that's exactly what it did. See, this was drawn out before. You can see if you zoom in. If you need to see it more, you need to zoom, pinch your screen, and make the picture bigger. You can see that the market did exactly what was drawn out. Now, I'm not talking about drawn out into the future, because nobody really can predict the market. We react to it. Write that down. Don't try to predict the market. React to the market. So, but in knowing patterns, I know inside this channel, when it creeps up like this, look for a reversal. That's it. That's going to be key in your trading. Okay? Why? Because it's creeping up. It's creeping up. It's creeping up. Now, inside of there's things that happen. You've got an impulse. You got a pullback, continuation. Y'all see that? Impulse. See that? See that? Correction. Pull that. Correction. See that? Correction. See that? And then ultimately pull down. This is what you're looking for to enter the market. You're looking for pullbacks or corrections or flag, all of that simultaneous kind of almost means the same thing. I'm going to share with you and show you how to do that, how to enter the market using this particular strategy. Okay, it's called learning structure, and it's called impulse, flag, continuation, or impulse, correction, continuation, or impulse, pullback, continuation. Okay, I showed you that in the trend. In the trend, knowing the trend. If it's an uptrend, you're still going to have impulse, pullbacks, continuation. In a downtrend, you're still going to have impulse or breakout, okay, pullback, continuation. It never changes. It doesn't matter what pair you're looking at. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what pair it is. Doesn't matter what hour it is, what hour chart you're looking at. If you want to kind of know where the market is going, look for the what? Impulse. Next slide. Look for the impulse. What do I have here? Pinch that. Look at it. I can't pinch my mark. Okay, look at that. I want you to see this. The market was at the top of the channel. So if this was a sell, you're looking for this to sell, you're looking for a breakout to this trend line right here. Okay, now if you were following this over here, I would have told you take your profit and get ready for a sale. If anybody was buying in here, I'd be knowing I'm at the ascending channel, or you're gonna need to hurry up and take your profit and get out because it's about to reverse. So we know it's not gonna break up. It's at the top. How do I know? Jacob talked about resistance. You should have a resistance line and you should have a support line. I'll show you what that looks like on the next slide. But as you see, it hit this top and bounced off and broke that trend line. That's called an impulse or breakout. After it does the impulse and breakout, you do not get in. Do not get in on an impulse. You get in after what? Anybody know? After the flag or after the correction or after the pullback, where this little line, this square is, that is your flag. That is when you enter the market. That is when you enter the market. Because the flag, write this down, the flag confirms that the market is going to continue in the same direction. Whether it is a buy or a sell, whether if it's an uptrend or a downtrend, doesn't matter. The flag or the pullback, right, always confirms that the market is going to continue in the same direction. In this case, it was a what? A sell. So this is where you would have got in. Not if you didn't get in up here after this pullback right there. If you didn't get in up here, you do not get in on this line. You wait for it because it could reverse on you and go back up. So you want the flag to confirm that it's going to go back down, continue to go back down. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay? Do y'all understand that? Whether it's a buy or sell, you see it where it's typed in, flag is forming. And he marked the area. It looks just like a flag. Look, that looks just like a flag. It's upside down, but it's still a flag. That's why we say flag. It's just simple. And it's pulling back. It went down and it did what? Pulled back before it continued down. This is a strategy that never changed. Whether you're using swipe trades, whether you're using the web analyzer, whether you're using teacup, whether you're using a harmonic scanner, you must always remember the strategy. It is your what? Confirmation to enter and exit the market. Never changes. It doesn't matter. You do not look. You do not put 100,000%. You wouldn't put your success in the hands of another person 100,000%, would you? So you're learning structure. Structure isn't a tool. That's strong. Structure is not a tool. It's a way of life. It's how the market moves. So people are using this. The ones that are further down the line are using this without even using that tool. They learn patterns. I'm not telling you not to use a tool. I want you to use a tool. Until you're able to do this, you probably should use the tools, right? But over time, you're gonna look, open up and go to your favorite pair, and you're gonna look for the impulse, and you're gonna go to the daily chart, and you're gonna say, oh, I'm in a downtrend. Okay, great. I know which way the market's going. Now what do I do? Look for the impulse. Where's the impulse? That's where you want to look for. Where's the impulse? Next slide. All right, this is good. This is strong right here. This is strong. Okay, this is textbook stuff. Impulse, correction, continuation. Are y'all still with me? I can't see you. Let me. If y'all with me, if you're excited about this training, if you're learning something, please put 777 in the group chat. I want to see who's learning something. If you just got like revelation, if you got revelation, you're getting revelation, and you think this is going to help you, put 777 in the group chat. Because I want, you want to make sure that if you're going to put your success in somebody else's hands, in someone else's hands, whose hands should it be in first? It should be in your hands. Make sense? It should be in your hands. Woo! See, this when you be saying, everybody should be looking at this on my team. They should be looking at this. No. You should be looking at this. That's why you on here. Make sense? Especially if you share this with your team and say, hey, there's a call today. You're going to learn about something. And then there'll be the main one saying, it don't work. Look what they're missing. This is strong. It's for you. Impulse, correction, continuation. Look at this. The focus is on what? The uptrend, not the downtrend, not this. This is not the focus. Okay? We're looking for the breakout. Where's the breakout? Right here. It reversed. It broke out. Now watch this. Watch this. This is what you do with the market. Okay? See this impulse right here? The reverse happened right here. Remember I said inside the trend, there's other things happening? This is where I would have drew my line right there. Look at that. Same line as this. Same line as this one here. But I'd have drew my line right here. You see what I'm saying? I've got my support right here. Y'all see that? So this is when the reverse happened. Then what happened? What happened after the reversal? What do you see? You see a pullback or what? Look at the red. Boom, it pulled back. See that? Red meaning it came down. Do y'all see that? Yeah. So the confirmation to get in was not when it reversed. The confirmation to get in is when it created that flag. It pulled back. Then what happened? The flag does what? It confirms what? That it's going to continue in the same direction. Well, when it reversed, which way did it start going? It started going what? Up. So you waited, it pulled back. That's when you get in. Now, well, I don't know when to get in. I'm going to show you where to get in. But I want you to see this first. And then you see we got impulse, Okay, we've got our strong impulse, breaks that trend line, the major trend line. What did it do? It created a flag right there. Correction. You see that? What did it do after that? Continued on. What did it do again? Flag. See that? What did it do after that? Continued on. Now, if you would have got in down here, look at that. You would have got all these pips. Remember, Jacob said it's not about the money, it's about the pips. That's a strong trade. Next slide. Same thing. Different look. Same thing. Different look. Same thing. Y'all, what is this? Is this an uptrend or a downtrend? Put it in the chat. Is this an uptrend or a downtrend?
Looks like it's
Anybody know?
downtrend.
Come on, we learn it. Is it an uptrend or downtrend? Downtrend. Correct. Right. There you go. We learned it. Boom. Boom. Downtrend. How do I know it's a downtrend? Well, look at it. Remember, we said even though what goes down goes back up.
Right.
Goes back down. Goes back up. Goes back down. We started over here. Here's our impulse. See that? Here's our correction. Right? See that? Here's our continuation.
That's a flag.
Look at that. These green lines are what? Flags. That's right. They're flags. Corrected. They confirm the downtrend. See that? Continue. You said it was a downtrend.
Right.
Okay, the flag just confirmed it was a downtrend. Another flag down. Another flag down. See that?
Right.
See that? Correction all the way right here. That was a deep one. Do anybody know why this was a deep flag? That it came back all the way back? I'm going to show you how not to get too afraid when you see a deep pullback. Anybody know? Because the deeper the impulse, the deeper the correction. Look at that. Look left.
Mm-hmm.
The deeper the impulse, the deeper the correction. Do you see that?
Yes.
Now we use the Fibonacci tool for that. To kind of find out how far back it will go. All you have to do is look left. If this was a deep impulse, if this was a strong impulse, you'll probably have a strong, or at least pull back to the 50% on the fib. Then it'll continue. Then what happens? Flag. What is the flag to do? I know it's repetition. I want to hear it. What happens? What happens after it confirms what? Going in the same direction. In this case, it's a downtrend. Flag, what it do?
Go down.
Flag, down. Same if it was going up. If this was going up, like this. See that? Up, flag, up, flag, up, flag, up. Same thing. What they call that? High, lower high, high, lower high. Or they retest it. This is what she means about going through IML Academy. That's right. Confirms the direction. That's right. Okay? Y'all see that? Next slide. Same thing. What is this up here? What is all that?
Looks consolidation.
That's consolidation. Right. Consolidation. Okay. Would you get in? Would you suggest people to get in consolidation?
No. Unless they know what they're doing.
No. Not if you don't know what you're doing. If the market's going sideways, you look for the what? Looking for the impulse. The impulse, the breakout. Where's the impulse in the breakout? Anybody see it?
The impulse. Where the first green line is.
Mm-hmm. Here's your impulse right here. It broke out of that consolidation right here.
Oh.
See that?
Yeah.
That's when it broke. So if you didn't get in somewhere up here, you waiting to get in after the flag. Make sense? So you have your impulse. Where's the correction? The flag. Right there. This is your entry. Right there. That's your entry. Teach yourself to look for the flag after the impulse. Because the flag confirms the same direction. As you can see, the continuation goes down. Okay? Because a lot of people can't handle it. You have to make sure the flag is what? Done.
Done.
You have to make sure. Now you say, how do I know when the flag is done? Glad you asked. Is that all of that? Is that all that?
That one.
Same thing. Same thing. See, Mr. Tim, Jacob Tim say, you have your resistance. Write this down if you're taking notes. Resistance is the top. Support is the bottom. Resistance is the top. Okay. Support is the bottom. So in this particular trade here, we waiting for the what? Breakout. This is if I showed you that other pattern when it was going up like this, and that was called a ascending channel, then what is this called? Descending channel. You're not getting in while it's doing this. You waiting for the what? The breakout. You wait until it hits the what? Floor, the bottom. The bottom. Why? Because the bottom will show you if it's going to come through or bounce off that and go back up. See over here? Bounce, came down. Went back up. Bounce, came down. You're looking for the breakout. So in this case, it broke out right here past the trend line. A breakout is when the price action breaks through resistance or support, which is either the top or the bottom. We got our breakout right here. We look for the what after the breakout? Same thing. What? Flag. When do you get in? Do you get in here for a buy, or do you get in here for a buy? You always get in after the flag. And you say, how do I know the flag is over? Because on the lower time frame, you will always see a strong impulse candle. Right there. Do y'all see that? Strong impulse candle. The lower time frame is when you enter. Why? Because it gives you more precision, entries with less risk and high reward. People got these 50 pip stop loss and they wondering why when they lose a lot of money based off their lot size that is not in proportion of their account size. Come on. And so, you know, they're not happy. But if you were teaching them to get in on the 5-minute candle instead of the 1 hour candle, when they put their stop loss, if they got in right here, their stop loss would be right here, but right behind the trend line, which is like 15 pips. So if it reversed and came back and kicked you out, it's better to lose 15 pips than 50 pips. Y'all not saying nothing to me. You got, when you use the risk reward tool, the long and short tool on your trading view, okay? You should always be entering either on the 15-minute or the 5-minute. If you're not a swing trader, if you're not really familiar with long trends, your goal is to get in and get out. So you want to get in on the small time frames, because remember I showed you, even in a 1 hour candle, there's things happening in the market when you draw it out. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get on Trading View and I'm gonna show you this. If y'all tired, let me know. Else I'll keep going. If you tired, people we talk about they want to learn something. I can teach you what I know. So write that down. You get in on the 5-minute or the 15-minute. You wait for a breakout right here. Then what? Flag. Then you go down to the small time frame and you look at what's happening on the 15-minute. That means every candle is 15 minutes or every candle is 5 minutes. And I guarantee you, when you get in on a 5-minute candle, that 5-minute candle has surpassed your flag. Once it surpassed your flag, you know that now the flag is done. It confirms your entry. You get in, put your stop loss behind the last trend line. And I guarantee you, it's either going to be 15 pips, 20 pips, no longer than 25 pips. You should not have a 50 pip stop loss. Does that make sense? So you wait for the breakout after you have drawn out your line. I'm going to show you how to do that. You wait for the flag, then you enter, no matter if it's a buy or a sell. When do you enter? 5 minute, 10 minute, or 15 minute. You learn to know where the market is going on a daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. But when you want to enter the market, it's like the web analyzer. It's telling you that I'm giving you a precision entry. Why you think they focus on 15 minutes? Because they know there's a lot going on between 15 minutes and 30 minutes. You can get 20 pips, 25 pips in 15 minutes than you can on a 30-minute candle. Because a 30-minute candle just going up and down, up and down. But in a 15-minute chart or a 5-minute chart, look, you have 3 15-minute, you have 2 15-minute candles to make 1 30-minute candle. Do y'all get that? Are y'all there? Do y'all get that? There's 2 15-minute candles and 1 30-minute candle. Can't you know more what's about to happen with 2 candles than 1 candle? In a 5-minute chart, there's 3 5-minute candles to make 1 15-minute candle. So if you got in on a 5-minute candle, can you imagine if it's going up? You've got 2 candles that had already went up, and you could have been in. You could have been in. While you trying to wait on the 1 hour to wait for 1 long candle on the 1 hour, you could have been in already. Does that make sense? Next flag. Next flag. Is that it? All right. Woo! If you're getting excited, man, if you think this week, speak your week. We're going to do this together. We're going to do this together. We're going to do this together. How many going to win some trades this week? If you're going to win some trades this week, put new beginning. I know that's a lot. New beginning. New beginning. New beginning. All right. New beginning. New beginning. Can y'all see this? Can you see this? I'm going to show you another trick. Man, y'all getting loaded right now. You putting some bullets in your gun right now so you can pull the trigger. Strong. Market about to open up in less than 30 minutes. What do you see right there? USD CAD, downtrend, right? That's for what? For the day. Each candle represents a day. Okay, I know I'm in a downtrend. All right? I'm in a downtrend. Let me squeeze this a little bit. I'm in a downtrend. Possible reversal, right? Let me draw my floor out. Let me draw my floor out. My support line. See that? We'll make it bigger. Y'all see that? This broke. This broke down there. Okay? So I broke my support. All right? Now, I get my trend line. Get my trend line. So it's a downtrend, right? Y'all see that? I got my downtrend. Okay? Now, so I know it's going downtrend. Let me go look at the 4 hour now. Don't that look different? So what if you was looking out here, I drew my floor. What is this telling you right here? What is that telling you? Right here. What is that telling you? That's breaking out. See, that's breaking out. There's my, see that? It's down here. So this is not the floor no more, it's the what? It's the ceiling. So it's breaking out. It's resistance. You see that? All right, let me look at the 1 hour now. Because it's all about just kind of getting to understand. In the 1 hour, it says it's a what trend? An uptrend. Can y'all still hear me? Can you hear me on Zoom? Okay. All right. So now, you're looking at the 1 hour. Where is the impulse? See, now this is serious stuff. Where is the impulse? Where do you see the impulse? Right there. See that? Boom. See that? That's the impulse because it broke out. See? That's still the support, the resistance line. Now what are you waiting on? You're waiting for the pullback. Where's the pullback? Right there, yep. See that? There's your flag. Where's the continuation? See it? Yeah, it went up. See the green one? See that? Right there. See that? That was a continuation. That's the same thing I just drew out. Where would you get in? What would you get? Where would you have gotten in this trade? After what? When do you get in? After the flag. So where were you to get in this trade? After the flag. Where is the flag? Right there. That's where you would have got in this trade. Or right here, after the flag was done. So y'all see that now. When would you have entered
l'église.
Go down to the 15 minutes.
Que tu écris ça? Non? Quand il y a écrit qui l'a écrit ça?
Can y'all hear me?
Matin? Non, pas ça.
Okay.
Non, qui
So
ça?
each one of these flags.
Non,
are
when you
15
go on
minutes.
WhatsApp again,
So
you
right
got
after
it
this
is
flag,
about some time or on WhatsApp pour là. Là on est sur WhatsApp de tout pas sur
I need to
écran.
mute people.
Oui.
All right. So this is the flag is right here. Here's the flag. So I would have entered right here. See that? I would have entered right here. Because when you're buying at the lowest point. Does that make sense? Does this make sense to everybody? And I'm on this small thing that I really can't move like I want to on the computer. Yeah, can it? And then we're gonna close it up, bring up the 3 principles. So I wanna make sure people understand when to get in. Right. Get done. Almost done, guys. I'm gonna show you this. Do I have it now?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Make it a host.
Can you see that? I'm trying to get to, well, I can use this, the teacup. Let me use the teacup. All right. Everybody see this 1 hour, right? What did I show you? What did I show you on this? What is this? Tell me if you know what this is. What is that?
The support.
Support and what else?
The resistance.
What is this line I'm drawing out? What is that?
The resistance.
It's at the top. What are these 2 lines? What is this line? Yeah, what are these 2 big lines? What did I tell you that was? Ascending channel. When there's an ascending channel, what happens? That means there's soon a what coming? A reversal. What is happening? I told you that before I even got here, didn't I? That's the top, right? So what happened? Look at it. What is it doing? It's reversing. It's reversing. Now, you can only look at this on, okay, let's look at this on the 15-minute. It's coming out of that ascending channel. This is what I showed you earlier. Anytime you see the market going up like that, it's setting itself up for a reversal. Now, you're looking at 15 minutes. I guarantee you're looking at an hour and 15 minutes. You're looking at 45 minutes. In 45 minutes, you could have been in this candle right here on the 5 minute. This is what I'm trying to show you. This candle right here, this is why you got a pink cup here. It's pending, meaning it already activated, because within that 5 minute, 15 minute candle, it already showed reversal. Another thing I'm gonna show you, they don't have it on here. Yeah, they do. This is how you use, people ask me about indicators. People ask me about indicators. What does that show you on the 15 minute? This is the RSI. I'm gonna show you how I use the RSI. I use the RSI for entries. Do y'all hear me? I use the RSI for entries. That's my confirmation to enter the market. So I got one confirmation that it's ascending. My second confirmation that it's over what? Bought. You know it's overbought by anything over 70. You know it's oversold, right? By anything that is under 30. So on if I'm going to enter the market on a lower time frame, this is all being recorded. Make sure you go over this again with your group. This is strong. If I'm going to enter the market on a lower time frame, the RSI can be my confirmation. Woo! Because, can you imagine what this looks like on the 5 minute? Okay, on the 5 minute, you would have got in up here. On a sell, you want to get in at its what? Highest point. This candle here, this teacup is telling you it's already pending. It's already in motion. It's already going. So this first candle right here is 15 minutes. Well, what if you would have looked at this on the 5 minute chart? You would have been in already. Come on now. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? If you see that, put I see in the group chat. Okay? This is key. Use your RSI for entry on the lower time frame. So here's the thing. Just because you got teacup doesn't mean don't do your confirmation. Do your confirmations even though the teacup is giving you a entry and a stop loss and a take profit, because sometimes it don't play out like that. Sometimes, you know, it hits your stop loss. If you'd have did a confirmation, it might have read on the RSI on the 15 minute that it wasn't overbought yet. And that would let me know not to get in yet. Aha. Make sense? Does that make sense? Use your RSI for entries on the lower time frame. Look at that. This is what? Another downtrend. Another downtrend. Oh. Look at it on the 4 hour. What happened? Here's your top right here. Somebody said resistance. That's your top. That's your ceiling. Where's your floor? Is your floor. You can make many floors. It's a floor right here. Okay, this is on the 4 hours. Okay, where's your ascending channel? There it is, right there. There's your ascending channel right there. What happened? I'm on a whole different pair, guys. It doesn't matter. If you learn structure, it always does the same thing. It never fails. Right? It reversed. right? See this red candle right here? It reversed, right? Impulse, what happened? What happened next? Small correction. See that? And then what did it do next? What did it do? Continue down. What did it do next? Correction. What did it do next? Continue down. What did it do next? Correction. This is why you don't get scared when the market pulls back, because it's just confirmation that it's going to continue. So instead of waiting in to get in the trade way down here, you got in the trade. Lord have mercy. You got in the trade right after that flag. Boom. That's when you got in the trade. You got in the trade right here. 296 pips. Y'all not saying nothing to me. Y'all not saying nothing to me. That's on the 4-hour chart. 200, almost 300 pips. That's where you got in right here after the flag. Learn to see structure. It never changes. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Look at this. I'm on what? 15 minutes. Look at all that didn't happen. That's where you got in right here. After that reversal flag, it's over. Look at this long candle. Remember I said on the 5-minute, the candle is going to be longer. It's going to go past these candles here. That's how you know the flag is done. That's where you would have got in. You would have carried this all the way down 300 pips. But that's for somebody who understands structure, that can see the pattern. Until you see the pattern, you can use the teacup for your, okay, I got a range. I know that the market is setting up. Okay? I know the market is setting up. But then you still do your analysis. You still do your analysis. Use your RSI for overbought, oversold on the lower time frame. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Can you see this or no?
Yes.
All right. Look at this. It's a 4 hours. What does this tell you? Where's your ascending channel? Right here, right there. It hit the top, resistance, or the ceiling. What did it do? It reversed. It reversed. This is on the 4 hour. Watch this. Boom. There's your impulse. It reversed. There's your impulse. There's your small flag. When do you get in? Right here. It's past the flag. See that? You'd have carried this all the way down here before it reversed. You would have got 136 pips. No, I just think it was a deep correction, to tell you the truth. When you look at it more on the longer chart, it really just pulled back some and then went back into a consolidation. See that on the 4 hour? But remember I told you inside the longer hours, there's things happening inside of that hour, that 4 hour. A lot of things are happening. So you have to go from 4 hour to 1 hour, find your impulse, right? Look for your flag to enter the market. So you could have run this right back up. Why? Because it reversed, right? What did it do after it reversed? It created another flag. See that? Boom. When would you get in? Boom. That's where you would have got in. You'd have rolled that all the way to what? Another 176 pips up. All while, if anybody want to know what to set your RSI, set it at 14. That's normal. Your RSI at 14. So you got your continuation. You got a small pullback. And then you have what? Continuation. What happened? Another pullback. Don't get nervous. React to the market. Don't try to predict it. It's steady doing what? What is it steady doing? Where is it going? It's still going up. You're still collecting pips. Look at that. You know, all the time, the market's going to make new highs and new lows. As you can see right here, bounced back, made a wicked out, fake out, came back down, made new high, came back up, made new high. Okay? It's always going to do that. Your main thing is to make sure that you take what the market gives you. Take what the market gives you. Overall, you're looking at this. This is just, it's still in an uptrend, but it's making new highs as it go back up. I told you, look left. Anytime you want to know what the market is doing, look left. Once it got to this top, what did it do? It went down. When it got to this top, what did it do? It went down. It made a new high. All you got to do is look to the left. So it may reverse again. You just have to be ready for it. Now, last but not least, if are y'all getting something? I see we losing a few people, but that's okay. If you want to know why the market is doing something, you need to know the world currency. Y'all still with me? World currency. World currency. I taught you two things that you should be getting better entries from this point on, or you should be demoing, trying to learn what I just did. Don't do this on a live account if you're not confident yet. Do it on a demo account. All right, so you go in on the 5 minute, right? You go in the 5 minute. The teacup going off. It's 5 o'clock, y'all. So let's look at it. Let's get your demos out in your live account. Let's see what it's talking about. Can y'all see this? This is live now. Now I'm gonna tell you our philosophy that I got from Dominique Kelsey. She doesn't trade on Sundays or Mondays. She trades on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Stevenson Lenders tell you the same thing. The market has to reset back up. But a lot of people want to jump right back in there, and the market haven't even set up. It just started, you know. So I would practice. Trust me, there's always going to be more trades. Always. It's always going to be more trades. This thing goes off, seem like every 20 minutes. All right. But let's look at this. Now to use it, when the alarm goes off, click on it and it should change your screen to that chart. We're back at Euro NZD. You see it's marked up. It's already overbought. It's at the ascending channel. Look at that. And it's like almost at the take profit. So what would I tell somebody about this? My take profit wouldn't be right here. My take profit would be all the way down here where the floor is. Does that make sense? That's where my take profit would be. It's on the 1 hour. So I have to look at the 15-minute, especially if it's way up here. It's a 15-minute, got the RSI way up here. You know, you were looking for this to come down to this floor because it's in a reversal mode. It's in ascending channel. Okay, and until it breaks this resistance, it's gonna bounce off that and come back down and reset. Make sense? Again, on the 1 hour. What does it do? What did that do? You have your impulse. It's on corrected. See that corrected? The green candles. Push back, pull back, and continuation. But remember, it's on an uptrend. See that uptrend? That's an uptrend in the 1 hour. So you have to be careful. Because it might just pull back a little bit and go back up. Make sense? Does that make sense to y'all? Know what trend you are. It's neither oversold or overbought on the 1 hour. It's more consolidation. So you'll be watching that. CHF, JPY. This just happened. Okay. Can y'all see that? The teacup, this is the candle. Right here, the arrow is saying this is where you want to get in. This is the arrow. It said get in on this candle right here because it's at the highest point for a sell. And that's why you see that coming down. So that's that's really strong right there. It's in a downtrend. That's good. The trend is your friend, right? It's already in a pullback. See the green candles? It's already in the pullback. See that? If you looked at that on the 15-minute or the 5-minute, that would be a strong move to enter the market right here. Remember that. The flag came. Now look, it's done. You got to continue a strong candle here, 2 candles here, but the market's it closed right here. So Friday at 5 o'clock, this is where it stopped. You get that? Today is just opened up. This is where it stopped. So if people were in this trade, I would tell them to stay in this trade and watch it. Okay, they up some pips right now. If you're in this trade, I wouldn't say get in this trade, but if you're in this trade from last week, I would watch it. You should have already been in this trade. This is not a new trade. See? You had your continuation. There's your flag. There's your continuation. There's your flag. This is a strong impulse. Correction. Yeah. Oh, you wanted for a sale, you wanted to break it. You wanted to, hold on here. You talking about this. Yeah, because your trend line is going, you want the trend line to, this is your floor here. This is your support, like that. So that's usually where you stop. Make sense? Yeah. You see what it's doing now, right? It just busts through. That red candle right there. So as I was training you guys earlier, here's your impulse, there's your flag, there's your continuation, there's your flag, there's your continuation, there's your flag. It's about to continue again. See that? So as far as the teacup is concerned, if you know what you're doing, you don't have to just have one take profit, or your take profit don't have to be there. We teach secure your profit with your stop loss. So if it breaks through that, if it breaks through here, yeah, keep going. Move up your stop loss. Don't keep your stop loss back here. Move your stop loss up in front of your entry. So just in case it pull back, it knock you out with profit. Make sense? Your stop loss should be your money maker. The stop loss is what secure your profit. So once your trade, what if you got in up here? Your stop loss was back here. By the time it got down here, your stop loss should be in front of your entry, protecting your profits. So we teach 20 pips. If this thing kept going down, you want your stop loss at 20 pips. This is really your money unless you plan on getting out down somewhere down there. But this stop loss should be moving down with your, down the trend with your trade. The more it goes down, the more you bring the stop loss up. Make sense? Now, back to all right, we're talking about world currency. Do anybody check the DXY when you start trading? DXY is the USD currency. You check the DXY. What is the DXY doing? Small ascending channel right here. Okay, it's going what? Up? It's going up. Now, get this. If the US dollar is going up, any pair that's going against the US dollar is going which way? In the opposite direction. Remember that. Okay, you got it's going down right here. This is a day, that's a day. It was going up overall, right? Let's go back to Great Britain USD. Which way is it going? It was going up. After it was what? Going down. See that? It's going down right here. See that? So if the US dollar is going out, down, anything against that should be going what? Up. That's how you know how you stay in a trade. Did you get that? Joseph, you get that? If the US dollar is going down, any pair against the US dollar is going to be going up. I just gave y'all a nugget. This is just more confirmation. Don't get confused. It's just something. Well, what is the I'm in Great Britain USD, and let's just put right. Let's just draw out.
Here's my demand zone here. Okay. Look at it like that. Okay. And I got my uptrend, got my trend here. Just in case, why did I draw this? Just in case this bounced off this demand zone, turned around and came back down. So I don't want to draw out the future, but I do want to remind myself that there's going to be some issues in here because of this demand zone. There's a lot, I like to call it noise. It's just consolidation. So it's going to slow up in here. In this case, what did it do? It had, you had your impulse up, your correction, and what happened? It broke right through. We got a breakout. Your breakout confirms that it's going to continue, but you need your correction. You got your correction. What happened? It continued on. If I go back to the USD and look at the DXY, look what happened. It went up, and what happened? It came back down. That's why anything against it went which way? Up. Do y'all see that? The DXY went down, and anything against the dollar went which way? Up. So when people don't understand why they trade is doing what they're doing, they should go to their current world currency. So you can go to Great Britain, WCU, world currency. What is that doing? It's going which way? It's going up. So why you think Great Britain wouldn't go up? Especially if the US dollar is going down. That's just strong. That's strong. Stevenson Linder showed us that. That's strong. That's any pair. Great Britain, JPY. It's going up. Now it's coming down. You know, this is just the market. Don't even count that. It's been doing what? Steadily going up. Okay. Let's go to JPY, WCU. What is that doing? It's been going which way? It's been going down. Look at that. So anything against JPY pairs would be going up. If JPY was going up, anything against JPY would be going down. So it's important to know what's happening in that particular currency's world market. That will help you stay in the trade. And it's the same thing. The structure does not change. What is this? What is that? That's your impulse. What is this? That's your flag. What is this? Continuation. What is this? That's your flag. What is this? It doesn't change. It doesn't matter what you're looking at. Learn structure. When you learn the structure of impulse, correction, continuation, you can, and then learn to see that pattern on the smaller time frames. Let's look at, that's the one Jacob was in, USD CAD. He had a lot of success with that. I remember when Jacob got in way up here, before all that happened, Jacob saw this. I think he got like 70 something pips out of this. What is it? See, it's already marked up here. Here's your resistance. That's your ceiling. What happened? What is this? Never changes. What is that? What is that? That's your ascending channel. See that? Your resistance at the top of your resistance. See that? On the 1 hour. When it gets to the top, it's gonna do what? It's either gonna break out or reverse. So you're watching that. I'm looking for a reversal. I'm looking for a breakout to the downside. I need to know when to come in the market. I don't get in on the impulse. What am I looking for? It breaks out. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? I'm looking for a flag. There's your flag right there. When do I get in? Right there. After the flag is done. Right there. Here's your continuation. You ride that all. Jacob rode this all. Jacob rode this all the way down to here. Wow, he ended up 146 pips. From the top, it was 176 pips. You're not missing nothing. If you think you're going to miss out on the impulse, no, you need confirmation. So when it pulls back and then continues, now watch, this is 1 hour. Let's look at it on the 15-minute. See how them little candles look? There's your impulse. That's the same candle. You wait for your flag right here. Here's your flag. Right there. Those were your flags. See that? Once that passed this, once those candles pass, your flag, this is the beginning of your flag, this is the back of your flag. This is where you're going to enter the market. You start to see these big long candles. Boom. Inside of that 1 hour, you see what? You see a impulse, flag, continuation, small flag, continuation, flag, continuation, flag, continuation. You'll see the same pattern inside a pattern. Do you see that? Same pattern inside a pattern. That's strong. So you're either going to enter in the 15-minute or the 5-minute. So once you, now I'll show you your stop loss. You're going to enter here. Your stop loss is behind, I said, the next trend line. So say you put your stop loss right here. You got in right here after the flag was done. This was where you got in. $43 pips, not bad. That's a little bit too much. I probably would have put it right up under this wick, 40 pips, or even after this trend line right here, 25 pips. Why am I not afraid to have a tight stop loss? Because I got confirmation that it's going to continue down. I'm not worried about it. Now, let's see what the hour look like. There you go. You're going to get in right here. $50, anything above that line is 50, look at that, 50 something pips above that line. They say usually go to the next highest wick. You ain't gonna have 129, 130 pip stop loss. Make sense? That's why you get in on the lower time frame. If you would have got in on the 5 minute, kind of hard to see these candles real little. Say you got in right here. Highest wick, 25 pip stop loss. Let's look at the risk to reward. $114 pips, 25 pip stop loss. Does that look good or what? Which way did it go? Did it either go back or did it keep going down? Kept going down. That's strong right there. See that? So that's something to remember, guys. Getting in on the 5 minute, 15 minutes, and making sure that you look at the world currency, and then with every pair you trade with, and then making sure that you understand the impulse, flag, and continuation. If you can get that and learn that structure and put that with your swipe trades or your teacup, whatever tool you using, you just don't get in just because the bell is ringing. You don't get in when they send you a swipe trade. It's usually a pending order. Most of the time, it's not a sell market or a buy market. So you can do your own analysis. So always check it. Make sure your RSI, you're getting confirmation with that. Make sure, if you're using the SMAs and the MAs, usually they're a little late after. If you're using MAs and SMAs, they're a little late to the game. The structure will play out a lot before the MA or the SMA will reveal to you what trend is going in or down, when it crosses over the red or the blue. By the time they cross over, you probably could have been in about 20 pips before it crossed over if you learn that structure. So that's some strong stuff. I'm pretty much done for the day, guys. Hopefully you got something. I don't think I need to be talking about, I wanted to talk about the 3 principles because that's real important when it comes to trading. If you want me to finish up with that, just, let me hear from you. If you want me to talk about that, let me hear from you. If not, we can wait and talk about that tomorrow, next week. But so what? What do they say in the group chat? I don't know, actually. Y'all good? Did y'all get something out of the training? I'm not gonna say we go on long because there shouldn't be a time limit on your training. You guys are at home. You could be learning a whole lot. We didn't have to come outside and nothing like that. So hopefully you got something. Learn those 3: pattern, structure. You can use that with anything. Where's everybody? how you look at the pictures, how you look at everybody's video. Where? Is that here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, how you guys doing? Y'all good? Wanted to see you guys. You ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing no trades. It just got started. How many of you guys want to go over the three principles? How many want to be successful? Even though I went over that, how many want to be successful? How many want to be a successful IML trader? I'm giving you the goods. All right. Real quickly, I'm going to go over this next week, but I'll give you a little bit of it now. Okay? Can y'all see this? All right. All right, guys. So how do you move the all right. All right. So what did you guys just get? You just got knowledge. Wisdom comes knowledge. With knowledge comes understanding. With understanding comes revelation. That you're really not going to see success moving into action until you get revelation. Some of y'all probably got revelation today after learning this particular strategy about structure, understanding how market structure works. Okay, trend lines up and down, but even in the uptrend, you can still you can do sales, and even in a downtrend, you can do buys if you know what you're doing. So it's real important, guys, to make sure that you get your education, get your basic education in IML Academy. I want you to not just be one-sided. I want you to be able to help yourself and help other people. So it's important that, you have the knowledge that brand new people are going to be asking you questions. Some of you guys already know this stuff, but you know how you become successful? You get good at doing boring things over and over and over and over again, right? You got to not just think about yourself. You got to think about the next person that's coming that don't know anything. So you have to always sharpen your skills. So you got to always, revert back to certain things in the academy. All right, learning technical analysis, learning how to mark up charts. That's going to be key. You got to know how to mark up your charts. You got to know that. You got to know how to set up a broker, and you got to help other people on your team set up the broker, like Dominique showed us today. You should be doing small little group meetings showing when you set up your stuff, you should help your brand new people set up their stuff. You should learn about margins and leverages, because a lot of people are losing trades because they got too much leverage and not enough money in their account. Okay. They can't handle a drawback. So, these things you learn in intermediate. Mindset. Dominique went over that last week. It was phenomenal, And anytime you want to get some of our recorded information, most of it is on Project 1000 Global on YouTube. Project 1000, put the link in the group chat for me. Go on YouTube, get Project 1000 Global, put it in the group chat. That's where a lot of our recorded stuff is. Knowing the mindset, how to handle a drawback. Like I said earlier, if you don't know what the trend going and it's in a pullback and you in the negative, you're going to get out because you don't know fundamental basic market structure. And then when you get out, the trade continues in the direction that you were in, and you're like, oh, what happened? Why did I get out? So you got to be able to understand, handle the pressure of becoming successful, And so you got to always get knowledge, always get knowledge, always get knowledge, always get knowledge. Number 2, risk management. This is where a lot of people mess up when it comes to trading. You got to look at risk as gain. A lot of people look at investment or planting seed, and they look at it as loss. They're not looking about the end in mind. Never risk what you're not willing to lose. I don't even look at it as lose. I look at it as lessons. A loss is a lesson that I haven't learned something yet. So I look at it different. Loss is not failure. It's a lesson in Forex. So I need to go back and resharpen my skills. I educate myself on IML Academy, IML TV, find my mentor and stick with it. It's okay that you want to learn all the different strategies, but trust me, you're not going to be real successful till you master the first one. Master the first, find a strategy, master it before you go to anything else. You're going to be all over the place learning this, learning that on the web analyzer, swipe trade, this, that, and other, and you haven't mastered anything yet. Master structure. Master how to read the market, how to look for patterns, how to look left and find the same pattern looking back in the market, and then compare that to what's happening right now. Learn to do that. Learn how to mark up the charts from the day, a week, a year, like Jacob was saying. Learn how to break it down. Learn your impulse. Remember, I say, if you want to know what the market is doing, find your what? Impulse. It's an impulse on every time frame. There's an impulse. Find your impulse, look for your correction, and you will always enter in the right time on the 5-minute and the 15-minute. So educate yourself. Be teachable, trainable, and coachable. Don't get tired of wanting to be coached. Some of the most successful people in iMarket Live have mentors. My mentor, Bass Grant, in building the business, building residual income, was sitting under Bob Proctor in Los Angeles all this week, learning from another person. And he's a multi-millionaire. And we don't have time, to sit and get trained by iMarket Live. Trust me. If you can write this down and take it up. If you get good at doing today what others are not willing to do today, you'll have the lifestyle tomorrow that others will never have. Because you're putting in the time now. Trust me, this is not you won't have to do this forever. But you need a mentor, you need a coach. You gotta, if your team won't get on the call, don't worry about that. Leaders lead by themselves first. There's not a bunch of eagles flying together. Eagles fly alone. You get the wisdom and knowledge. Take care of your house first. Trust me, when you take care of your house and people seeing your house change, the right people want to come up under your tutelage. The right people will come with you and you'll be able to help them become successful. But you must be coachable first. If you want somebody else to be coachable, you be coachable. Learn how to trade with the right account size. People are trading with a small account, but they got lot size like they got $1 million in the account. No, for every 100, you should have, 0-1. From every 100 to $1,000, 100 to $500, you should have a 0-1 lot size. If you're going to learn how to get $1,000 in 40 days, like we're doing, 7,000 in 40 days, you need to learn how to compound with the right lot size, with the right trade. Okay? How many trade orders should I have? If you got $100 in your account, 2. You shouldn't be in 5 trades because you're not going to be able to handle the drawback. And then depending on your leverage, your broker can't get any more money. okay? Like Jacob said, it's not about profits, it's about pips. Securing your profits with your stop loss. Learning how to do that. Taking your partial profits. How many of y'all know about partial profits? Say you got a 0.3 lot size and you up 20, 30 pips. Man, take your 20 pips, close the account and hit the negative button on your pips, a couple pips, and you can close that many pips and still stay in the trade. Learn how to do that. How many of y'all know how to do that? See, this is good risk management. You're making money while you're making money, securing money while you're making money. And last but not least, discernment and discipline. Like some of y'all want to get in on the trades right now. Y'all like, I wish he just get off the call. I want to trade. No, I just told you, Sunday is not a good day to trade. It's not a good day. It's a good day to learn. Patience is golden. Through discerning and having discipline, financial peace is possible for everybody. You know, always have a student mentality. Always be willing to learn. Study to show yourself approved. Don't teach something before you did it first. Don't teach something before you do it first. Learn all the IML products and services. Learn strategies from successful traders. Don't learn strategies from people who haven't done anything yet. Attach yourself to people who are winning, like the IML TV and all the successful mentorship on Pip Talk. You know, that's where they are now. They're on Pip Talk. Make sure you are connected to Pip Talk. Once you learn the market, learn and study market structure, and you have your favorite pairs, right? And you put that in action, then teach that. Teach it and duplicate it. I'm telling you, if your team is winning, if you're winning, your team will be winning. And that's what you want. If you're winning, your team will win. If your team will win, right, they will follow you. They'll bring more people on. And you will hit levels with residual income just by default because you're winning. And now you got proof that you're winning. And now people want to be a part of it because you're winning. And you have no place but to put them in the business. And next thing you know, you P600. And that's what we want to get everybody on our team. I don't care who your sponsor is. I'm a P2000. If you go to Bass Grant will tell you, I got access. I got access. I can train anybody in my group that's below P2000. So if you listen to this and you're below P2000, I got access. I can help you win. Now, that's a good thing. I'll never forget when I came in this industry, the first thing my sponsor did back in 1999 was have me meet my upline partner. She got out of the way and let me meet somebody that was making more money than her. And because she did that, I was one of her biggest legs because she got me around success. That's the greatest thing that your sponsor could ever do is get you around people in their line of sponsorship that are having success. That's what a sponsor should do. And that's what you guys should do. Your team, you should be getting your team around people who are winning. So again, we're on this call, guys, every Sunday. This is a team call. This is not just training call. This is everybody that's in my organization that's below me have access to this. You know, the worst thing you can ever do, like I said earlier, is find gold and think you can carry it yourself. No, you get enough for you and then you go and tell other people what gold is. And then y'all can all share it together. So this is a great opportunity for everybody that have a few people on their team to have them be a part of these team calls so they can learn this, you know, technique, because we're learning. All of us are students and all of us are learning every day. Okay, every day. And I want to go around teaching the 3 principles. I'm telling you, I want to come teach the 3 principles of becoming a successful IML trader. And then I want to teach the structure the strategy that I've been successful with, that people on my team are having success. And if you have a team and you want your team to get that, then you want to invite me to come in and help your team win. That's what you want. Until then, make sure that we're on the calls. We do live trading on weekdays as well. Last but not least, if you are on IML Academy and you want these signals, last week we did over 350. We've already did over 1,000 pips for the month. Can you imagine you being in all the trades every week, and at the end of the month, even with your losses, because we put out the losses too. We put out the losses. I think we had 2 losses last week out of about 10 trades. The week before that, we had 2 losses out of 18 trades. If you win all those trades and you had over 1,000 pips for the month, what would your account size look like? So guys, I want to see you win. Mr. Grant, want to see you win. Everybody wants to see you win. Let's keep winning. Super excited that everybody could be on this call. You know, literally, we got people, it's late, and we got people from Kenya on this call. You know, we had people, a lot of people from Kenya on this call. I know I saw somebody from Nigeria on this call. I know we have Zoom internet issues. Everybody can't get on in different countries. They have internet issues, problems, issues. But that's why we record it. And we'll put this in the group chat as well. So if you're not in the Signals group, but you are part of iMarkets Live, you're educating yourself, get back with me, let me know. I'll put you in the Signals group, okay? But you must be active. You must be learning and educating yourself. Why? Because I do not want, here's the downside to this. I do not want the Signals group to just be a place for people getting signals, right, but not learning. Because then when you give signals to your group, come on, and you're not learning, and the signal, it would happen to be one of the signals that you learn a lesson from, and you gave that to your team because they ain't in the signals group, and they lose, who they coming to? They coming to you. And so you need to be able to tell them why that trade did what it did. So you don't want to be in the signals group and then, you know, taking signals, using them for yourself, and then go giving them to your team without educating yourself. You need to make sure that you're educating and learning with us, right? I don't care if you do that. If you want to do that, I can't stop you from doing that. But I can prepare you for what's happening if you do not educate yourself. And I go through and I look and see who got active. I know sometimes things happen where people have to wait, you know, to get things going, to get reactivated. That's fine. Do that. But over a period of time, if you're not doing it and you're not educating yourself, then that's not fair to people who are doing it and educating themselves. They deserve that benefit, not someone who just, you know, don't really want to be a part of the iMarkets Live educational process and grow and help their team, if they just want signals to make money off of. That's not what you want to do. Guys, we want to help everybody we come in contact. We want to see our team win. So with all saying that, again, let me know. I'm going to give this back to Dominique. I appreciate each and one of you. I want to see you guys win. Make sure you set small goals for you and your team. 20 pips, guys. If you're not on Facebook in our seed group, let me know. We're about to put out the plan for 20 pips to 7,000 in 40 days. Some of us are already doing that. Some of us are already at 0.05 lot sizes, having some success. I'm so excited for people that are definitely changing. This is really changing lives. I'm excited about it. Last but not least, again, make sure you're on at least swipe trades. If you're on swipe trades, only take, this is just me. You can take trades from anybody you want to, But I'm going to tell you what our Chairman 500, David Imaniche, said. If you're on swipe trades, make sure you take the trades from Starboy. Right now, all this year, he's only lost one trade. Make sure you take, I would suggest being on swipe trade if you're brand new. And yeah, if you only put out one trade a week, so be it. But make sure you take that swipe trade by Starboy. I'm also excited about Wealthy Pips and Swing Trade Group and swipe trades. Those are good guys, but those are three that I really focus on that I've seen have a greater average of success profits coming back from their swipe trades. So those are three people: Starboy, Swing Trades, and Wealthy Pips. Okay? If you're on Teacup, make sure you do your strategies. Try to find the ones that have not already went around the cycle yet. Those are the ones that, you know, depending at 5 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning, and then after lunch, you start to see more of them. But sometimes it's the same trades, and it, you know, ringing, coming back in the cycle. It doesn't always mean that it's going to go back to that take profit, especially if you're doing your market structure, marking up your charts, you kind of know it's not. Okay? Again, I think we gave y'all some goods today. So hopefully, you know, this will work, you know, and till then, make sure that everybody try to get at least 2 or 3 team members back on. We want to try to get 50. Our goal is to have 50 participants on, you know, Zoom calls on Sunday. Trust me, if your team win, you're going to win. If your team is winning trades, you're gonna have a successful group. All right? I'll be on IML TV tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Stevenson Linder. That's who I follow. That's where you're gonna learn a lot of the things that I've already learned and continue to learn on IML TV. He's also on Pip Talk. Make sure you connected to Pip Talk, guys. And then, man, we'll talk to you later. I'm gonna turn this back over to Dominique. She's gonna go ahead and close this out. Stay excited. Remember, 1,000 people, guys. 1,000 people. Let's do it. $1,000 a month. My grandchild right here, super excited. She even trades. On her phone, she trades, guys. Make sure that you teach them early. Guys, appreciate you. Love you. Take care. God bless you.
All right, guys. All right. You guys see me? You guys see? Okay. Awesome. Well, that concludes our opportunity call training for today. I really, really hope you guys really got, hold on, okay. You guys really got some good teaching. I mean, I even feel like I've learned a whole lot. You know, the terminology, it just, the more you hear it, the more you get the education, the more you start to understand it. And then pretty soon, y'all will be some top traders and y'all will be able to make analysis and, you know, send them to Dr. Kelsey and say, what do you think about that? And then you'll start to feel confident and really good about what you're learning and how you're able to view the market and how you're able to see how the market is going. And that's exciting. And that's what we want for you guys. And, you know, we thank you guys for being on, for those who stayed for the whole call. We appreciate you guys, especially those who are out of country. We appreciate you guys jumping on. Take this information, start to apply it. Remember, trading on a Sunday is really not a good idea because the market has to correct itself. So what you can do is just practicing your demo accounts, just start to look at the charts and start to understand the analysis, especially what Dr. Kelsey was teaching about today. And enjoy this experience of learning how to trade. So with that, we'll see you guys next Sunday, same time, same back channel, just kidding, but same time, same Zoom idea, and let's just go out and make it happen. See you guys at the top because the bottom is just too crowded. Let's go.
without looking up, I know you see me. Cause on and on and on, you keep asking me. But on and on, I keep worrying. Why am I always wondering when you're telling me? Telling me go. Just stay, it's not too far, don't this love is always bright. Get clean, throw 'em on like I'm aware of. Ain't got the shoulders for the burdens I'm bearing. Broke down and pulling over by the wayside. Was never made for this type of thing, so I throw my hands up and my load gets lighter. I throw my hands up and then burn like fire. Float up to heaven like the smoke in the air. I flip my fingers and you can't even right there. Just say it, it's not too far, don't worry. You're heavy like gold. Wait up, wait up. This love is always right. Yeah. You can see God's eyes. You can see through God's eyes. You can only see in through God's eyes. Yeah. I know you can see God's eyes. You can see through God's eyes. Yeah. It's right on time. Right on time. Stay it all, it's not too far. Don't worry. This love is always right. This love is always right. I know you right on time. Right on time. Right on time.
Right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll see you next Sunday at the same time. Take care and God bless.